SHOT Show 2019 and actually in the shows. Once again with Chad. How you doing, brother?
How's it going,
I'm doing the left hand shake
Sorry,
here.
I got a CP33 in my other hand.
Well, you know, hey, what's the old line? Is that a gun in your pocket? Do you happen to see me? Or is that a gun in your hand?
Both.
Both. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we talked a little bit at the range. We
shot a little bit at the range.
Shot a little bit at the range.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, goofing around nice and loud, but we were discussing probably just doing the interview here so we'd have a little more control.
A little quieter, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's talk about, and again, this is the
CP33.
CP33.
Yeah, CP stands for competition pistol, and 33 stands for 33 rounds in the mag. So it's a proprietary, very unique quad stack magazine design.
Quad stack?
Quad stack, yeah.
And this is 22...
22 LR.
LR.
Yep.
Oh, 22 LR, not 22 mag. That's right, we talked about it at the range, that, yeah, this is kind of a...
We have the PMR 30,
correct,
which is big brother 22 Magnum pistol, holds 30 rounds.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah,
okay.
If you're not familiar with that, you know, go to the website and check those out too.
Absolutely. Now, and again, the lines of this pistol, we talked about it at the range, remind me of something that harkens back to maybe 1900 or thereabouts. You mentioned at the range that somebody else made a similar comment, and you also said that apparently on your social media page.
Yeah, there's a little chatter on all the social media talking about something, and I don't.
Something in a film, I think you said, or movies.
Yeah, and I wish I knew what it was called, but.
And I'm having Vapor Lot too, you know, so it's one of those things. It is Thursday.
My time with guns starts only 10 years ago, so going any further back than that, I can't really tell you much.
Yeah, yeah, no worries.
Except for the obvious.
Hey, wait a minute. Read a book.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm too busy working. We're trying to make these things, you know.
Well, you're too busy grooming that gorgeous beard, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This Kevlar? Yeah.
Kevlar.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything specific that we want to talk about?
Absolutely. Well, besides the fact that it holds 33 rounds in a flush fit magazine, which is unheard of. It's awesome for, you know, handgun. And
in a standard grip. It's not like it's some big extended grip.
Yeah.
Or...
Well, think about Glock mags. You know, the 33 round Glock mags, you know, granted it's 9 mil or whatever, but they're like this long, you know, so flush fit magazine, 33 rounds, quad stack, so pretty cool. Has the same great trigger as the PMR and CMR 30 variants. Again, 22 long rifle. Comes out of the box with this pick rail. This is all aluminum. It's got an aluminum bottom side. This right here is M-lock. So if you want to put a small pick section there, put a flashlight on it. Really, really fun for training, especially if you want to do some low light training without breaking the bank. And if you want to make it quiet, it's got half 28 threads. You can thread a suppressor on there. It runs awesome suppressed. In fact, we shot it out at Media Day with we had one out of the box like this, and the other one had a can on it, and we had 1,000 rounds for each. They ran like like a sewing machine. Right. Yeah, so all day long.
Heck, you could, and we were joking about, you could even put a microwave on the front of this, or a sewing machine in
yes,
some cases.
That's right.
Yeah.
And also the fiber optic sights, it's got the high-vis sights on it. The rear sight is adjustable for windage and elevation, which is very important, especially if you want to do some bullseye shooting, which leads me to accuracy. It's an extremely accurate pistol. It's what it's designed for. You may be
and also just a quick comment, you know, here we're under, not Klieg lights, but we're under, you know, artificial lighting.
Yeah.
But at the range, these high-vis sights picked up the light to like glow in the dark. I mean,
they're actually made by the company High Vis. That's what they specialize in.
Right,
sights.
Yeah, exactly.
They're real good friends of ours, and they.
So these are high-vis sights.
Yeah, they jumped at the opportunity to do these for us. So
I'm not making out, but yeah, their logo may be on that front sight. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if they've branded any of the actual sights themselves, but the packaging's branded. So. But so you might be wondering why the long extended rear bit of the gun kind of makes people think it looks weird, and then they pick it up and shoot it, and like nothing weird about it.
I'm sure that it adds to the balance.
It does. Yeah. Exactly, but it's by default. The CMR 30 takes the same receiver, and so instead of completely redesigning the receiver or coming up with something different, we're actually just using the CMR receivers in these things, so we can produce them much faster.
Okay.
Yeah, and by default, it turned out to really balance out the gun.
Yeah, taking a cue from like Ford or what have you, where you can, you know, use the same part for multiple applications.
Same thing with the, with the grip module. Same thing. So
very good.
We're able to save time and money, and that's why the MSRP is only $475. So
yeah, and that's phenomenal.
That's MSRP
on a tack driver like this.
Yes, yeah. With all the bells and whistles you'd want in a gun, a competition 22 LR gun with extras. You know, like most competition guns aren't going to give you an M-LOK slot for you know, pick rails so you can put a light on it and do that training like I was telling you without breaking the bank.
Right.
You know, so. But the gun's pretty much ambi. It's got the heel catch mag release. It's got this charging handle here. Just pinch it, pull it on both sides. So it's very intuitive. And then, of course, as always, we try to do ambi safety. So it's 1911 style safety on both sides.
Right. And available now.
Available now. They're shipping right now as we speak.
And we had talked about the change in procedure, policy, SOP, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
So Kel Tec has gotten away from that situation where you have potential customers becoming frustrated because of just simple math and simple getting things done.
Sure. And what happened is George, the owner, he comes up with these concepts. This happens to be one of our engineer, Toby, he came up with this, but we get excited about it and we want everyone to see it, so we bring it to SHOT Show, which is what this is all about, right?
Right.
But we weren't prepared for production when we got home, and we've completely changed that policy. So we're actually making parts, putting these together, and sending them out as we speak. Limited quantities until May, so that's about 200 to 500 a week, and then our production goal is always 1,500 to 2,000 guns a week out the door. So by
with the increase in size of the factory, that's of course beneficial.
Exactly.
A lot of different things that are factoring into just making the gears come together a lot more efficiently.
Yeah, training, tooling up the machines and all that stuff. We actually extended one of our buildings by about 20%.
Recently?
Specifically to build this gun. They're only building this firearm
in that section.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, so Kel Tec is definitely growing, because it doubled in size a few years back when they increased the factory, correct?
We just bought a new piece of property. We're putting in another huge building. As it turns out, my office is going to be in there, so that's awesome.
Nothing like having a new one, as long as you got a window, right?
Yeah, so myself and Matt will have our own huge office for doing media and stuff like that, but it's a giant warehouse, which we'll end up having machines put in there, no doubt.
Yeah.
So we can continue ramping up production.
You'll end up with some kind of machine on your desk.
Probably.
Yeah, okay. Chad, as always, I appreciate your candor. You know, we talk about some of the somewhat delicate aspects, but you've always been very candid with me, and I appreciate that.
That's, you know, we don't have anything to hide. You know, we're a private company.
Exactly.
And,
well, some people get sensitive about it. You know, it's like, well, we don't want to talk about that.
No,
it's like, you know.
If you like our products and you buy our products, you're part of the family.
Exactly.
And you're not getting out of it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Once you're
Chad,
in here,
listen, brother, you have a safe trip back home. Again, thanks for the range day, and we'll be talking soon, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.